So look, we're hoping to get out there drilling later this year. Importantly for our investors, we're able to demonstrate an uplift in the value that we entered the project at. And with an IPO flag for later this year in the UK, we expect to have sort of a carried interest through a well program in the new year.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now from our OTC studios in New York City is Daniel Mailing. He is the CEO of Metals One. And Daniel, it's good to see you. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Good stuff. Well, excited to learn a little bit more about what's happening with the company. I know you've had some news out today we'll talk about as well. But first, for those not familiar, tell us a bit about Metals One.
Yeah, for sure. Look, Metals One's a project identifier, financier, and developer with a focus around gold, uranium, and AI critical metals projects. Been listed for a few years and have recently picked up an OTC Markets listing as well last year.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what you're working on right now and the keys that you see.
Look, core to us is, I guess, consolidating our focus around gold and uranium as two key thematics. Our core gold project is through a group called Lions Bay Resources. Lions Bay has basically bidded for and has been successful in acquiring a Barbrook mining asset in South Africa, some 2 million ounces. So we're in the process of closing that deal, waiting on the Section 11 notice from the Minerals Department, and hopefully we can bring that into production, later this year.
Yeah. Do you want to operate these type of projects, or are you just sort of the financier and the person that sort of provides advice to these companies trying to do that?
Well, there's some nuance to that. We're a bit of both. At the moment, we're teaming up with the operating teams that know how to get this job done. We as a structure, we've been able to access our capital markets and our financing strength to support these underlying projects. Ultimately, we probably will operate one or two of these projects, but for now, we're sitting back and nurturing from a financing and investor point of view.
Okay, I know you had some news out today. This is on the with Gold and Uranium. So tell me a bit about what you were able to announce today.
Yeah, the guys at Novacore have been working up the project down in the Red Basin in New Mexico. They're headed up by a group that know uranium well. The gentleman behind Uramin, which is a success story in Africa some sort of 10, 20 years ago. So look, we're hoping to get out there drilling later this year. Importantly for our investors, we're able to demonstrate an uplift in the value that we entered the project at. And with an IPO flag for later this year in the UK, we expect to have sort of a carried interest through a well program in the new year.
Okay, let's talk about the next 3 to 6 months ahead. What sort of things are you looking at to keep you busy and the company busy over that time?
No, for sure. Look, it's nurturing the guys down at Lions Bay Resources in South Africa. Let's make sure that we complete the Section 11 notice. Let's get in there. Let's get on the ground and get operating. That's a great opportunity if we can bring that into early cash flow from the tailings facility, and then get into the underground at Barbrook in the new year. Outside of that, we've got our own wholly owned operations. We will have the Swales Mountain exploration program hopefully announced for the second half of this year as we consolidate some more claims around that region. And then obviously what we've released, more recently around the uranium projects. We've got DISA who are using their slurry waste recovery technology to hopefully produce some uranium from our waste mine dumps in Colorado.
Yeah. And lastly, Daniel, as I mentioned, you're at the OTC in New York City. The US market, a really important one for Metals One?
No, it is. We've got projects that are based here. I think that resonates well with a lot of investors. We've also got a stock that's been, well traded, last year and into this year as well. So, yeah, look, the thematics are right. We're well funded, and there'll be some project news flow to keep everyone interested.
All right, we look forward to following the story. Daniel, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the tour through New York City, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Will do. Thank you.
All right, Daniel Mailing, the CEO of Metals One.